Plaintiff LaToya Bird hired the defendant to make a prom dress for her daughter. But after LaToya gave her a $425 deposit, the defendant barely communicated with her, and she never finished the dress, so LaToya is suing. Defendant Naisha Brown is a self-taught seamstress who specializes in prom and wedding dresses. Naisha insists LaToya's dress was scheduled to be done on time, but the plaintiff canceled the order, and therefore Naisha owes nothing. She's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
I contacted the defendant in December 29th to be exact, about a prom dress that my daughter wanted specially made. I sent her a picture of the dress, asked her was she able to make it. She told me yes, she can make the dress. She told me that the dress is going to be $975. She asked me was that in my budget. I said yes, $975 in my budget. So she said we can make a date to go to the fabric store. We booked a date. We met at the fabric store. We met at the fabric store. What date was that? That was on January the 12th, I think, or the 11th or something like that.
Okay.
We went to the fabric store. We picked out fabric. She measured her in the fabric store, and we went to the back of the fabric store to discuss the deposit, which was $425. I gave the defendant, the plaintiff, the defendant deposit, which was $425. January 26th, she came and did a fitting.
When was it supposed to be due? Ready?
The prom was May 17th.
When was it supposed to be due?
The dress?
Yes.
She didn't give me a due date.
Okay.
I didn't hear from Naisha none in February. We met once in January to do a fitting. I didn't hear from her none in February.
Okay. And it was May
17th.
Was the actual prom date?
Yes.
No, she didn't tell you when she would have it. She would certainly have it by the 17th. All right.
Plaintiff LaToya Bird says after she paid the defendant a deposit to make her daughter's prom dress, the defendant stopped communicating with her and never finished the dress.
Go ahead.
Well, I didn't hear from her in March. February. I met with her in March. Did I call her?
Yes.
No. Your Honor, I run my own business.
All right. Did she say she was going to call you in February?
No,
well, perhaps that's why you didn't hear from her. Now, go ahead, ma'am.
So she, I didn't hear from her. So
right. You didn't call her?
April,
she never told you were going to hear from her in February.
So April, I texted her in April, I think. I said, when would you do her next fitting? She said, like Saturday or something like that, but she didn't come.
Your Honor, I never told her Saturday.
What, do you know the exact date?
Let me see.
Let me hear from you. You give me your version of things.
Okay, my name is Naisha Brown. I'm a seamstress. I'm actually a self-taught seamstress. I learned how to sew from my grandfather who does upholstery. So for 5 years now, I've been doing prom and bridal dresses. I've done over 100 dresses, probably about 200 dresses over the past 5 years. LaToya is correct. She contacted me in December about doing a dress. I told her that I would be able to do the dress. We met January 11th or 12th at the fabric store. The original price that I quoted LaToya was $950, I believe. At the fabric store, she ended up choosing a cheaper fabric, so our price went down to $850. My deposits are 50%, which would be $425. That's why she gave the $425. I did not have the contracts on me, and I did not do the measurements that day. I was doing measurements later, so I contacted her later on. We did the measurements, and she signed the contract January 26th for the dress. I never gave a date of when. I explained to everyone that the first step is to secure your spot. I took over 50 people this year, so I get everyone in order. I take your deposits, get you in order, and then I go through and I see who has the first prom, who has the second prom, and I go in order.
You told her that?
Yes, I explained all of this.
Didn't,
and you couldn't give her an estimate even?
No, I let them know that you'll have your dress before prom.
Like might be the night before? So maybe, huh?
Maybe.
All right, it's a bad business operation, horrible. You might have just blew that case. Right. All right, go ahead, ma'am. So what did happen?
So March 15th, she came. She texted me, she said, hey, what's a good day for us to meet for the first fitting? I texted her, I said, good morning, just checking to see when is her next fitting. I didn't hear back from Naisha, I think, until April 30th. is when me and her talked. I said, good afternoon. Can you let me know when is her next fitting? Thank you. May 1st, I texted her again. She didn't respond. May 1st.
And then what was the next communication about the dress?
May 1st.
Quiet, ma'am. Let me see it.
Right here?
No, this.
Okay, thank you.
That's when I texted her again, May 1st.
What does that have to do with the fitting?
It was the week of prom. Oh, she didn't ever get a chance to do the last fitting.
May 1st.
Because she canceled the dress.
Good morning.
I didn't cancel the dress to May 11th.
Tried and will just be the white garment like the last time. I'm not rushing you. Prom is in 16 days, and I'm clueless on how the dress will look, what color I'm using to decorate. Go ahead. What else?
So, and then she texted me, good morning. You all picked the colors. It's the same colors. What I will be bringing, she told me what she'll be bringing, was the bottom part of the dress. And she was going to attach the, I guess, the tulip. So I said, okay, I'm just bugging, because she knew that I was bugging about the colors. My daughter, this was special for my daughter. She was picking a color that was like way off. She wanted
You were upset about what?
The fact that I didn't know how the dress was going to actually look.
Right.
Because it was a unicorn dress.
So you're saying time. You wanted to see it before it was too late.
Yes.
All right. And she said it doesn't matter to her how timely it is.
Exactly.
She said if it's an hour before the prom. She said if it's an hour before the prom, so be it. How did you do it? Go ahead.
So when I told her that I had
let me hear from her. She asked when it would be done. I don't see your response. Do you have a response?
What day are we talking about? Okay, can I say something?
No, you can answer my question.
Plaintiff Latoya Bird says after she paid the defendant a deposit to make her daughter's prom dress, the defendant stopped communicating with her and never finished the dress.
Good morning. You heard her say it. When can I get it? When can I get the fitting?
Oh,
what was your response?
We didn't text that day. I called Latoya. We talked on that day.
What time? Do you remember? Was it afternoon, evening?
It was afternoon, because she also called me.
Okay, you called her on May 1st. What did you tell her?
I told Latoya not to worry about anything, that the dress will be done. Latoya is not informing you that we had a fitting on March 19th.
We never did anything in May.
So why did she send this on May 1 then?
We had a...
If you were fine, if you were in line with your obligation, and wouldn't you say March 19th to fitting?
And I have text messages.
So why did she complain in May 1?
Because she was ready for her second fitting.
And why weren't you able to do it?
I wasn't ready for the second fitting. I had other people.
Okay, you had other people in front of you.
So I wasn't ready yet.
All right, you were too busy. Well, don't be too busy to give her money back. Judgment for the plaintiff, $425.
Thank you, Your
Have
Honor.
a good day. Your claim is dismissed.
I don't have anything to say to her. I just knew that the dress should have been prepared and we should have had it before May the 11th.
That I'm really upset that I didn't get the dress that I wanted and I had to go get a dress from another store.
Latoya, I never gave you a date on when we were doing fittings or anything else. The reason why I don't give an actual date of when the dress can be done, because there may be things that happen that's not on my part.